So you finally found a piece of land that you want to buy. But where do you go from here? Here are 5 things you should know before you buy land. 1. Check for easements. Who has access to your land? Easements are like invisible agreements that let other people use part of your property. It could be the power company, a neighbor's driveway, or even a pipeline buried underneath your land. So before you buy, ask for a title report or a land survey. That'll show you if someone else has legal rights to any section of your property. And remember, just because you own it doesn't mean you fully control it. 2. Get a percolation test. Here's one most people overlook. Before you buy, find out if your land can even pass a perk test, and that's just short for percolation test. A perk test shows or checks how well the soil absorbs water, which determines if you can install a septic system. And no septic system usually means you can't legally build a home. If the soil is too rocky, clay heavy, or wet, you might be stuck with land you can't even live on. So ask the county health department or a local soil engineer to perform a perk test before closing the deal. Trust me, that small test can save you from a huge mistake. 3. Research flood zones. This one's simple but serious. Check if the land sits in a floodplain. Go to FEMA.gov/flood maps and enter the parcel address and see if it's in a zone AE or zone A. Flood zone land can destroy your foundation, crops, and will require you to purchase flood insurance. So if you're investing in land, invest in elevation too. 4. Understand mineral rights. In states like Texas, owning the land doesn't always mean you own what's under it. Mineral rights can be sold separately, which means another company could legally drill or dig on your property. And I know a lot of people don't like that. So when you're reviewing your title or deed, ask your agent or title company, are mineral rights included? And if not, decide if you're okay with that before signing and not after. 5. Make sure the land isn't landlocked. A lot of people buy land online without realizing they can't even get to it. A landlocked property means there's no legal road or driveway connecting your land to a public street. That means you'd have to cross someone else's property just to reach your own. And without a recorded easement, that's considered trespassing. So before you buy, check the county GIS map or the deed to make sure there's a clear legal right of way to your land. And if not, you'll have to negotiate an easement agreement with a neighbor and record it with the county. Owning land you can't reach is like owning a car with no keys. It looks good on paper, but it won't take you anywhere. These are the things that separate a smart buyer from a stuck one. So don't just buy land, study it before you sign that contract. And if you want a guide that lays all this out step by step, grab this book called How to Buy Land When You're Broke and Build a Family Farm. Think of it like your land buying cheat sheet, something you can literally take with you when you're out viewing properties, because it breaks down what to look for, red flags like easements, restrictions, mineral rights, and flood zone before you even spend a dime. Don't just buy land, understand it, because the more you know, the more power you have to build something that lasts for generations. Because ownership isn't just about buying land, it's about understanding every inch of it.